as you are trying to achieve your style or the goals that you want in your life, there might be some things that are holding you back. I know that when I am shopping with clients, something that is really part of the process of working through finding your style and creating it is also being able to get past certain lies that you are telling yourself. It comes up in a lot of sessions that I'm going through with my clients as we are on our shopping journey, trying things on. It usually happens as clients are trying on clothing that is different, styles that are new, different brands, different price points that are above from what they used to shop for. It's kind of like you're stopping yourself from moving forward because you can't see this next version of yourself that you're trying to create, and you get stuck with having these negative beliefs, and I'm going to call them lies that you are telling yourself. And you start to believe these things because this is coming from a lens of where you are at and not your future self. And as you see yourself try new things on, it becomes hard to see, like, where am I gonna wear this to if I'm not feeling that great in it? When you are doing something new in your life or trying something new, it is a little bit uncomfortable. It doesn't feel great right away. I mean, obviously, I know you've probably experienced it, especially if we work together. There are those pieces that you would have never picked for yourself that you try on, and immediately you look at yourself and you're like, oh my gosh, this looks so good. Like, I don't even care about Tanya's opinion. I'm going to buy it because I feel hot in this. But there are certain things that are new that when you try them on, you kind of look at yourself for a little bit. You question it. You have to keep that piece on as you try other things on to see if it feels good on you, if it feels right. I have so many stories about this, but I've also been in this place too. I've been guilty of saying, I can't see myself in this new light yet. And I have this idea of how I want to dress and things I want to try, but I can't get past a certain thing. And I'll tell you what my most recent one had been. It was maybe a few months ago, wearing a crop top. You know what? People at all ages are rocking a crop top. They look so good in it. And I was like, would I be taken seriously wearing a crop top? Because my style statement is I like to look and feel powerful in things I wear. I like pieces that make a statement. A crop top definitely does that, but I like to make more of like a professional, powerful statement. I like pieces that are feminine, and a crop top does fit some of that. It fits that feminine part of kind of feeling sexy. It does have a fun side to it. And when I first tried a few on, I do have to say I wasn't like a huge fan yet. It's something I had to adjust to because it was different. And seeing people from different ages and all different body types rocking it actually helped me have the confidence to say, you know what? If I do like it, I will wear it. If I do like it and these people are going out wearing it and they can rock it, why can't I rock it? And I've actually been enjoying it. There are certain crop tops I like over others, I do have to say. I am wearing one right now. Let's see. If you're watching YouTube, you can see it's a crop top, but it's not like super cropped. Let's see if you can see. Yeah, so it's like a little bit of a crop. I wear it with a high waist pant. I only wear this one to work with clients with a blazer over it, but on video I'm like, I don't care. I also wear it for fun with a skirt when I'm going out. And I really embraced a crop top. And the lie I was telling myself is that I can't wear this because what are people going to say if Tanya, this professional person, is coming out in a crop top? What are people going to say about me? And I think that's where the lie that we tell ourselves is sometimes wrapped around just our own negative beliefs about ourselves, but it's also the judgment that we will get from other people when they see us in something that we feel really good in. Oh my gosh, there's so many avenues I want to take with that subject, but I think that I will save that for another podcast. So in this one, let's get into the 3 lies that you keep telling yourself that are stopping you from just having fun with your style, moving forward and stepping into this like next version of yourself. So number 1, I have to lose weight to look good in clothing. This is probably, and I want to talk about this first, this is probably the most common one I feel I hear from people all the time. I hear this from clients when we're working together. Natalia, the person that takes my discovery calls for new potential clients, she hears this a lot as an excuse of why they can't work with the stylist yet. And I do have to say, through the journey of helping other people through losing weight, they actually end up loving their body more and being more accepting of where they're at. There's something that happens when you just dress yourself for where you're at. And this is with weight loss or money or wherever you're at in your life. It's like we always try to find a barrier to stop us from, one day when I get the job, one day when I lose the weight, one day when I'm a size 8, one day when I get my boob implants. Like, why are you going to stop living your life until this one day? Why don't you just do it now? Do it now. See how you step into, achieving so many other things because you decide to love yourself today. I am just, when I work with people and I see the level of happiness and joy that they feel through wearing clothing that feels good that they thought they couldn't wear because they thought they had to be a certain size, it just warms my heart to see them just tell themselves I don't know why. I've actually had a few clients say that. I don't know why I didn't take care of myself before. I don't know why I waited 7 years thinking I was going to lose the weight or I was going to have this job or something before working with you or before feeling good in how I show up for myself. Because let me tell you, if you are showing up in things that make you feel down, that you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, can you imagine every single day look at yourself and you already are feeling like, you know what, I need to lose weight to look good, but I'm also not going to dress myself. So every time you look in the mirror, you're wearing things that feel sloppy and gross and old and you don't want to invest in yourself, you're going to feel 2 times worse. So making the decision to just live your life now is really beautiful. And when we work together, I take into consideration if you are actually trying to lose the weight, if you're working with a nutritionist, you have a weight loss plan and you are actually on the path to lose weight and not just saying oh, I'm going to lose weight, so let's buy clothes that are too small. I help you make decisions on how much weight you are going to lose. If you're working with a trainer or something, sometimes you have a goal that is something that you are trying to achieve and work towards, how long it's going to take. So when we are shopping, we know how to budget out what you're going to buy now, what you can buy later, what pieces can be altered, what pieces can't be altered. So there is a solution to make it work for you. And when you lose the weight, you might be this whole other person on the other side. You might feel so damn good about yourself that even though you felt good in the clothing now that we purchased, maybe later you're going to be like, you know what? I think I can rock a blazer and a crop top. So, you don't know who you're going to be on the other side after the experience. After you accept yourself where you're at, you're able to take other actions in your life, make more goals, try new things, and it just expands in your life in so many different ways. It is beautiful. Number 2, a lie that you keep telling yourself. I love this one because it has come up all the time. I can't wear trends from my past. Okay, so there are certain times that, I say, okay, that trend was from your past, from the 70s, from the 80s, from the 90s, and you really mentally can't get past it. You're never going to wear that piece or feel good in it. But let me tell you, there is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with wearing something from a past decade. I mean, fashion can only change so much. So things that come back in a new way. So you can style it in a new way, wear it in a new color that you didn't before, wear the certain pants with a different shirt than you would have never done before. You can style it in a way that fits your style and fits you today. Yes, there are associations that people have with things as I work with them as a stylist where I let them know, you know what, if if you are feeling this and you keep thinking to yourself, I look like that little girl that was 12 years old. Of course that, and let's say when you're 12 years old, you just didn't feel the best about yourself or whatever it is. Obviously, don't make yourself wear something that makes you, like, every time you see yourself, you associate it with a past part of you in your life that you don't want to associate to or look like you did before. Totally fine. I'm not going to tell you to, like, buy the thing and wear it. But if you are constantly looking at things and just saying, I can't wear any trend from my past, you are going to stop yourself from being able to have so much fun with style. Because I'm just going to say it. It doesn't mean you have to accept it. It doesn't mean your whole wardrobe has to look like the 90s. But there are some 90s vibes coming back. And there's nothing wrong with that. It is that, it is a more relaxed look in a way, which is awesome. People want something comfortable. And I think designers are just listening to our needs. And so they're just recreating those looks. I had a client recently that got, I think it was some flares, and it was just she couldn't wrap her mind around wearing flares again because she did when she was younger. But it's also like, are you going to wear skinny jeans for 15 years? You don't want to do that either. You don't want to date yourself. Usually people, when they're trying to work with the stylist or shop, it's like you want something fresh. You want something exciting and new that you can throw on and be like, I feel like a new me today. I feel like a new me stepping into this new part of my life. I feel modern. It's not bad to wear a trend from the past. And I just tell my clients, buy something in a slightly different cut, different color. The way that you style it looks so good. And most people get past it. I had one client that she loved her big baggy jeans that she got, because at first she was actually very hesitant. She was like, I don't think I could wear this. Like, I don't think that I could bring this into my life and feel good wearing this, but I feel good in it. But what are people going to say about it? Are people going to look at me and tell me like I can't wear that? And she said that she took it to a girlfriend's weekend and she wore it, and everybody wanted her pair of jeans because she rocked them. She did feel good in them. And she got past thinking about like what people were going to say about her as a mom of two little kids wearing these quote unquote trend jeans. And the trends that are coming, there are classic styles to trends. I think people think that anything new is a trend, and that is not what a trend is. A trend is a small style adjustment that comes back and it leaves immediately. And I'm just going to tell you now, there are certain trends that you might think are trends, but they are just in and changing the way of fashion. And one of them is wider leg pants. Again, people want comfort. They want things that they can wear from daytime to evening with sneakers, with heels, with sandals, and bigger pants are just working wonders. I stood up already, so I'm not going to stand up again, but I am wearing these wide leg, they're trouser cropped pants, and they are the most comfortable thing. I feel really put together, and I feel really good in these pants, and they fit awesome, and they're comfortable. So don't be afraid to try trends from the past. You might really love it, and I would say give it a chance before you make the decision when you look at it on a hanger. Okay, number 3. Ooh, okay, I'm not cool enough to wear that. Oh my gosh, this is totally a mindset thing. This is a lie you are telling yourself. You are definitely, I'm just saying, if you are listening to this podcast and you are working on yourself, and even if your lifestyle is casual, you can still be and feel cool. Doesn't matter what age you are, doesn't matter what your size is. You have the ability to be that cool person. Yes, style is a way to enhance that. Whether it's with, there was a client I was working with recently who told me like, I know it sounds weird, she told me, but she's like, I really want a designer bag because I know what that status means. And she's like, is that weird? I'm like, no, people enjoy designer pieces because yes, it gives you a certain status. It does, it does bring other people around you that are at that level. And she just wanted to feel quote unquote cool. She wanted to be around certain people and she wanted to feel accepted and she wanted to feel really confident. And if a designer bag does that for you, awesome. There's also pieces that seem trendy for clients because, especially if you haven't gone shopping in a long time, I've talked about this before, but if you haven't gone shopping in a long time, when you walk into a store, everything seems really new. Like if you were trying to shop for a certain cardigan back 10 years ago, you found it at every store. If you went to a store today, that style of cardigan is going to be really hard to find. And when you think that you are not cool enough to wear something, it really is a mindset thing. It's being able to look at yourself and say, you know what? I'm at this place in my life where I'm feeling really good. I'm entering my 40s, my 50s, my 60s, my 30s, whatever age you are getting into. You can still feel cool, put together, sexy, beautiful. Any describing word like that, you can still feel that at any age or place in your life. I think that we forget that as we get older, yeah, you know what? We become more smart in a way. We have more wisdom. I think it's such a beautiful thing as we're aging. I feel so much better in my confidence, in myself, in my body, in my life today, more than I did in my early 20s. I am happy where I'm at. And I feel like as I age, I'm going to feel just better in my body. And I don't want to not feel cool. And I know that clients, they feel hesitant to be able to see themselves in a light of like, you know what, I am cool. I am put together. I am this or that. So I want to let you know that if you try something on that makes you feel cool and then you're telling yourself that you don't feel like that you're not cool enough to be able to pull something off, it is just something that you have in your mind. It's something that you are making up. The way that you see yourself is different than the way that other people see you. And of course, the way that you see yourself is the most important judgment that I think the most important judgment that, you know, of anybody that you're going to need to get over and accept and work on, because if you don't see yourself as cool or beautiful or sexy, no one else will be able to see that in you either. So if you're trying something on where you feel like you're not cool, you are, and you can wear it, but in your mind, you're telling yourself that you can't. So somebody else that sees you will think that you can't be cool either. These lies that I feel like people tell themselves, it's really important to just know that it's not reality completely. It is something, obviously, it's something that you are internalizing. It's something that you are seeing in a negative light about yourself, and things that you need to work on that are above and beyond style. But I hear these 3 comments a lot, and I want to do this podcast to remind you that you are worth so much. You are able to step into this person, this place, the life that you really, really want for yourself. And when you have the right mindset, you're going to be able to step into so much more. And being able to step into that next part of your life and build the style that you want for yourself means that you're going to have to try something new. And sometimes it feels a little uncomfortable, not in a bad way, but feels uncomfortable because it is unfamiliar. There's a huge difference. Oh, good episode. I could keep talking about this and telling stories. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today. If this was a great reminder for you, I would love if you could just take a pause and go to the show episode and leave me a 5-star review or share something that was really meaningful to you that you needed to hear today. Leaving reviews is just an easy way of just saying like, hey, I care about you. And you know what? I'm really enjoying the work that you're doing. It's something simple that you can do to support the podcast and also help other people find the podcast too and build the community. I want to share a few details coming up before I head out. We have a big event coming up to celebrate fall, and I am so excited because you know I love a moment where I could dress up and have everybody dress up with me. We have an event coming up at Prohibition Cellars. It's going to be on Sunday, September 10th in Woodinville, Washington. I'm sorry if you're not in Woodinville, but I'm still going to send out some of the looks that we put together that you can see. It's going to be featuring Alice and Olivia. Beautiful, colorful line. So many fun pieces to explore. Everything from casual, like a dressier casual, to professional workwear. And this event is also for men. So I'm going to be featuring some clothing from Seattle Thread Company. They're one of my favorite boutiques in the area, and they're one of the only men's boutiques still around. So I want to use them as much as possible. If you want to purchase your ticket, you can go to the show notes and click the link. You'll find the link there. And I really hope to see you there. I love bringing the community together, and fall is a special time. It's probably one of my favorite times of year because it's all about renewal. It's about doing new things, stepping into your routine, putting all the ideas that you have for the year into work, and it's just going to be a fun time. You're going to network, you're going to drink some wine. Your ticket does include your first welcome drink. I'm also going to have permanent jewelry there. So if you want to see what permanent jewelry is, you'll have to come to the event and check it out. So the link is in the show notes. You get a little discount if you type in FINE23, because the event is called Fine Like Wine. FINE23, you get $10 off your ticket price. FINE23 in the link below. I hope that you can make it. We only have a limit of 35 people because we are doing it at a local winery. I want to just fill up that space and have all of you enjoy an afternoon out. Take some time for yourself and continue building a style and a life that truly reflect you. I will catch you next time.